At Leighton Park, our Quaker values shape our focus of forming young people of real character and confidence, with a determined desire to change the world. In the last 2 years, we've made a significant impact in our local community through mutually beneficial educational partnerships. The Let's Read Together initiative saw students and teachers sharing the gift of storytelling by recording their own narrations for children to enjoy and sharing them weekly via video, letters and online meets. Loddon Primary and ABC to Read were our pilot partners, and the success of this work has grown into a programme in Year 10 CAS and Year 12 CAS.
When they come here, they know they are making a positive difference for these children. It's about sharing their passion for reading as well, not just building the skills. And I think that's something that is really coming across really well.
Because you get to come each week and you get to form a connection with the children.
During COVID, they didn't have the opportunity to really get their reading to the same level as other children would because they weren't in school.
And by us being there, it meant that they could get more kids up to a reading level of which they should be at.
The most important thing is that you're just really kind and respectful to them and just help them in any way that they need.
All of the staff and children from Year 4 at Loddon Primary School want to say a big thank you for our Reading Buddies scheme. Thank you, Leighton Park!
Our Be Inspired programme for Key Stage 2 is a series of masterclasses and buddy programmes to help inspire and motivate students. From STEAM interactive workshops to masterclasses with student coaches in rugby, hockey and swimming.
For our children, it's really inspiring. It's good for their self-esteem, it's good for their motivation, and it's good for their for their sportsmanship and teamship.
I really enjoyed doing all the drills and learning how to pass and receive very well.
Yeah, and the match at the end was really fun.
Really fun, yeah. I like having a little tournament and everything.
Knowing that I've made a difference at work, that's what really makes me feel good afterwards, just knowing I've walked away and I've given someone knowledge.
The Quaker values that I found in this volunteering was giving back to the community. I was teaching children how to play that may have never played hockey before, or some who had, teaching them new skills.
So we've come for an outdoor experience that included a scavenger hunt, how to form seed bombs, and we learned a bit about how to collect rain and photosynthesis. So thanks a lot for having us.
It was really fun running around finding all of the pictures of the insects.
During COP26, we ran bespoke workshops for schools in art and drama, exploring climate justice.
It's then reflective on this idea that everyone has a say and everyone is able to be a part of making change.
And really kind of get it in their mind in a visceral way, in a kind of way that is experiential.
And in the spring term, we welcomed schools for cooking challenges as part of our annual Super Chefs competition.
I liked when we got to decorate them and use our imagination.
Working with primary school children, their energy, their enthusiasm, it's a thrill to be a part of it.
Our unique relationship with Foundry Pupil Referral Unit continues to go from strength to strength. Key Stage 4 students have had access to music tech and production opportunities in our Yamaha Live Lounge. During 3 lockdowns, Foundry were open for vulnerable students. We visited with donations from Leighton Park families, and Thomas Franks sent nutritious meals to families in need.
We all believe that nobody should go without a meal every day, and that's why Thomas Franks and Leighton Park work very strongly to support this community.
We were delighted to host an Inset Day for Foundry staff this year, and they continue to be a special partner, sharing many of our values. Our partnership with Age UK Reading has evolved with an increasing need for support for those shielding from the virus. From Year 9 letters to reach out and connect, to care packages delivered to doorsteps, Leighton Park has focused on supporting the elderly and the vulnerable in Berkshire.
We're very grateful for Leighton Park for their partnership and their support, and we hope it will continue on into the future. Thank you.
Our 2020 Face Shields project supplied over 39,000 visors to the vulnerable in care homes and to key workers.
That Quaker ethos, all the staff, myself included, really feel is important in terms of being able to help and give back to the community, I think was what really drove it forward.
We raised over £25,000 in donations. This year, we are able to donate £8,000 to the Royal Berkshire Hospital for their key worker staff rooms to help refurbish them and bring them up to the standard their employees deserve.
Ethical Reading, which is an organisation of local businesses in Reading offered us the opportunity to engage with businesses in the local area and look at the way in which they view and operate ethics and sustainability.
We did this mainly to expand on our knowledge of the business course, and it was also really interesting to work alongside with a real business rather than not just learning the theory of the course.
So we found it quite interesting to engage in businesses within our local area.
I think at the end of the project the students realised how important business ethics really is.
Amicus is our student-led charity society aimed at year 11, 12 and 13. The group meet weekly to plan whole school campaigns that inform, educate and inspire.
So this is up to us students to actually contribute to the causes that we choose, and it's about long-term commitments that we're making.
I can actually say to future students, look, this is what I've done.
At Christmas, they galvanised and created a campaign to get hundreds of toys and gifts donated to the Reading Family Aid Christmas Appeal. And most recently, over a 10-day period, Amicus created a series of fundraising events for humanitarian aid in Ukraine. They raised over £8,000, which will go directly to the British Red Cross to help those in need.
I believe it exemplifies what the students can do in order to make a difference within our community.
The premise for House Charitable Engagement is that day and boarding students raise funds or volunteer for a charity together. Our notable achievements so far have been the senior students organising a 24-hour cyclethon and a big sleep out on Topfield, all in aid of Launchpad Reading.
With COVID, it hit people hard. There was a throwaway comment I made about not shaving my beard until we came back to school. I ended up growing my beard for a year. Every week I was a different character to raise money for Launchpad Reading. I was a Viking, I was a wizard, and I was Forrest Gump, which was probably my favourite.
These events generated over £2,000 for our important work with this charity. We organised a dance-a-thon for Alexander Devine's Children's Hospice.
I just wanted to pop on and say thank you to everyone at Leighton Park, and a special thanks to the girls of Reckitt House and the supporting team that helped them raise over £1,000 for the Children's Hospice by rocking the blue back in 2020. It seems a long time ago.
They let us know exactly through their feedback what the money would be spent on and what a huge difference this would make to families. When you're involved with a charity and you get feedback like that, it makes everything worthwhile.
And we also created Stockings at Christmas for First Days charity.
It sort of gives us a nice responsibility and remind us of why we like being an outreach and partnership prefect.
Our values are modelled by our Parent and Staff Committee. This is a group of adults who come together to plan fundraising and service events. An example of success would be our partnership with our neighbours in Whitley and the incredible work that the PSC has done to raise funds and donate items to this brilliant community charity led by Tricia Bennett. At Christmas, we were able to match families in Leighton Park with families in Whitley who were struggling to manage at that time of year. Christmas boxes were donated with gifts for all members of the family and games to enjoy. It ran again for a second year in a row, and work is already underway to plan this year's Christmas box appeal. In addition to this, the PSC, during lockdown, ran an LP Donate campaign, which gathered items for food banks on a weekly basis. We thank them for their incredible work and commitment to our values.
I think it's very important for our children to learn through us, because if they see their parents giving their time to volunteer for charities, etc., then it really does instill that behaviour into them that they can take into their everyday life.
Other organisations that the students have fundraised for include RDA.
So I ended up doing about 52 miles in about 30 hours. I think we raised around £1,500.
Yeah, £1,500, and then on top of that, Nicola organised a Mufti Day here.
It means so much more to the parents than what you think it does, so don't underestimate how wonderful you are.
A big thank you to RDA because they have been awesome.
Thank you.
And I think, you know, the benefit that brings to these challenge kids and adults is extraordinary.
International partnerships are a key feature of our work, from supplies of kit going to Boots to Africa.
Can I just say thank you to everyone at the school who's donated. We're incredibly grateful for your support, and the children in Africa will be too. Thank you, Leighton Park. Good job.
Through to our work with Amnesty International and our Model UN in our co-curricular programme. Our very special partnership with the Livingstone Trust in Tanzania was set up by Old Laytonian Julian Page, and it gives our sixth form students the opportunity to be a true global citizen and change maker through visits to Uganda and Tanzania, where our students build, educate and support in local communities. Heartfelt thanks to every school, charitable organisation and business who have come on this journey with us over the last 2 years. We feel exceedingly lucky to have such friends and cannot wait to see what the future holds for all of us as we strive to make a difference.